Now this is a video that I've wanted to make for some time, and I finally feel like the moment is right for it. Yesterday, Sony made the announcement that they are cool with, and they won't resist the idea of crossplay between competing consoles, the Xbox One and the Nintendo Switch. There is a Fortnite beta going on where everybody can play the game together like one big happy gaming family. Now, I applauded this move by Sony. I thought it was about time, even if they were the last one to the table. And quite frankly, this isn't something Sony needed to do or probably even wanted to do. Who knows, maybe they were bullied behind the scenes, or this was something that was always in the cards. Who really knows the truth? Maybe we'll find out one day in the future. But this was the right thing to do for gamers and developers out there. But I'm going to switch focus and shine my spotlight on Microsoft, as there is something I think they need to change. And I know it's something they don't want to do, and maybe something they don't need to do, but it is the right thing to do, and that's remove the Xbox Live Gold paywall for the free-to-play games on the service. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, man with a million, back again with another video. Now, one of the interesting things that happened out of yesterday's announcement, where everybody was giving Sony their kudos for finally getting with the program, even though they are the market leader, and maybe didn't have to really do it, but they are. And who knows, maybe they were bullied into it like some people say, but that's not what this video is about. After all that stuff happened yesterday, I saw a lot of people talking about Microsoft and putting their Xbox Live policies under a microscope. So if you don't know, on Xbox Live, if you want to play multiplayer in any game, whether it's Halo 5, Gears of War 4, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Forza Horizon 4, games that are, $60 retail or whatever price, you have to pay for Xbox Live Gold, whether it's monthly or yearly. And that goes the same for the free-to-play games on the service, like Fortnite and Warframe and World of Tanks and any other number of games out there. However, that is not the same on PlayStation Network. Yes, on PlayStation Network, you have to subscribe to PSN Plus to play games like Call of Duty, Red Dead Online, and what have you. Just the same as is on Xbox Live. But the big difference is that you don't have to pay the $60 to play Fortnite Online, or Warframe, or H1Z1. And this has always been a notch in Sony's belt when people talk about anti-consumer and pro-consumer moves. You can argue that charging for online in itself is anti-consumer, but at least Sony is being a little bit more pro-consumer and not charging people to actually play free-to-play games. But now this is becoming an issue again, because Nintendo just launched their online service, and what do you know? They let you play Fortnite for free as well. You can literally play Fortnite for free on every platform under the sun except for Xbox Live. You can play it for free on the PlayStation, the Nintendo Switch, and the phones and the PCs. And there's just one platform out there by its lonesome being like, you have to pay to play me here. And that kind of defeats the purpose of free to play, doesn't it? Fortnite isn't really truly free to play on Xbox. Neither is Warframe. Because when you go to the store and you want to buy a console, you pick it up and bring it home, you gotta drop some more money on it. It's almost kind of false advertising, a little bit. Well, maybe not. And I know some people, especially my friends at Xbox who might watch this video, might disagree. Maybe they'll say Fortnite uses some of Xbox Live services, so they're in their right to charge for it. And maybe they are. But just like Sony didn't have to do crossplay, but they did anyways, I know you don't have to drop the gold requirement, but I think it's the right thing to do. I think it's good for PR, quite frankly. Sony's gonna get a big win out of this because they were the last ones. They were the holdouts. And now it's like, yay, Sony's doing this. This is amazing. But then everyone's attention turns to you and is like, Microsoft, you still have that skeleton in your closet, and it's time to clean it out. Spring cleaning. Get rid of it. And you know what? Maybe Microsoft is already thinking about doing it. Maybe it's been in the works for a while and it just takes time. Just like I'm sure Sony was planning on doing crossplay months before they made that announcement yesterday. John Codera just didn't wake up on September 25th and was like, you know what? We're going to announce crossplay tomorrow and have a beta up immediately. No, that stuff has been in the works for months and months and months. So maybe Xbox Live, or maybe the people who run Xbox Live, who run Xbox, have already decided, you know what? We need to remove this paywall. And it's already been decided, and it's just now, finding the right time to announce it and the right teams to put behind it. I don't really know. Maybe it's already going to happen, and that's going to be great. But maybe it's not. And there's one thing I know is that when people speak out, they listen. Teams at Xbox listen. The teams at PlayStation listen. These corporations listen to what you have to say. And I think it would benefit Xbox in the long run. Sure, you might be seeing a lot of short-term gains now, as Fortnite's the biggest platform in, not the biggest game in the world, and your platform is seeing some gains over last year. The whole rising tide lifts all boats. Because Fortnite is that big, not only is PlayStation doing great because of it, because people picking up PlayStations to play Fortnite to play with their friends, they're also picking up Switches, and they're also picking up Xboxes, right? But is it possible that by removing the Xbox Live Gold requirement, more people might pick up Fortnite to play it on Xbox with their friends? Possibly. And I know Phil Spencer will sometimes watch my videos. And honestly, I'm just going to speak directly to him. Phil, this is something that you need to do. I know that you've said before on Twitter that you made the analogy of one parent buying Fortnite for their sons or daughters, and then one buying it on PlayStation, one buying an Xbox, and then coming home and hooking it up and being a little bit disappointed that they couldn't play together. Well, if you want to go a little bit further for that analogy, how would that person who bought it on Xbox, brings it home, thinks it's free to play, but then needs mom's credit card to continue or actually begin to play? That's something that needs to change. It's archaic, in my opinion. Just like last generation, it was archaic and dumb, quite frankly, to have Netflix behind the Xbox Live Gold paywall. That's right. If anybody remembers here, when the 360 was, in basically leading the video game industry last gen, when Xbox Live was the superior network, and there was nobody doubted that, nobody, Microsoft put the ability to access Netflix and some of those entertainment apps behind Xbox Live Gold. And people, even though they were upset about it, you really couldn't watch Netflix anywhere else. They had that little agreement. You couldn't watch it on PlayStation, and you couldn't watch it on the Wii. But then the PlayStation got Netflix, the Wii got Netflix, and you could watch it for free there. And what happened? Eventually, they removed the ridiculous requirement to watch Netflix under Xbox Live Gold, and it became free. But it took time. I know Phil wants to make Xbox the best place to play for gamers of all ages. And I think this is the right way to do it. Remove the paywall so the free-to-play games are truly free. So someone can go pick up an Xbox, download Fortnite, and not need any extra credit cards to actually play the game. I know it's something that you don't need to do, Phil. I know it's something that you probably don't want to do. I know it's definitely something that, you know, the bean counters that Xbox probably don't want because they're going to see a drop off in revenue and subscriptions and all that good stuff, right? I know it. It's a $1 million business, $1 billion business you're running there, and you're going to see a short-term drop off. But this is the right thing to do, just like it was the right thing for Sony to do. You'll take a short-term hit, but you'll get it back in some good PR. You'll get it back in the long term, as people talk about Xbox as a good place to play multiplayer games that are free to play. It starts here, it starts now. I also wanted to point out that I don't benefit from this in any way, shape, or form. I have Xbox Live Gold. I'm stocked up for the next 3 years. I don't even play free to play games at all. So Microsoft removing the requirement doesn't affect me in any sort of personal way, but it would affect a lot of other people out there. And I have a channel. I have a YouTube channel that people watch. Sometimes Xbox people actually watch it as well. So I figured, you know what? I can't remain silent about this. It's something that I've thought should have been done a long time ago. I think it's kind of screwed up that you can play free-to-play games for free elsewhere, but not on Xbox, because it makes Xbox seem greedy. That's right. It makes Xbox seem greedy that you need to charge people to play free-to-play games. I think this would benefit you if you removed it. So I'm going to use my voice, the platform, well, the small platform that I do have, to put out the message and say, hey, Phil, Mike, Aaron, the guys at Xbox, you're all great dudes, but it's time to remove this one dumb thing. Get rid of the Xbox Live Gold paywall for the free-to-play games. Alright guys, that is the video for now. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments section below whether you agree with me or do you think Xbox should remain the way it is. Share this out on Twitter so we can get more people to check out the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're new, and hit that notification bell if you always want to be notified when I drop new content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.